Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another stream. Give me 1 second. Let me get everything set up and we should be good to go. Let me click into this, and other than that, we should be fine. Okay, not what I wanted to see. Okay, I'm thinking we're good. I'm hoping we're good. Alright, everyone. So, I'll be honest, did not intend to be gone that long from streaming. My apologies. It's been pretty hectic. So yeah, I'll be honest, we're pretty close to what's up, Vorfield. You want to see the place? You want to see the final product? I can it's pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty wild. All right. Now it's hitting this. Come on. Hopefully one day. So essentially, I built a battery storage. And when I say I built a battery storage, I'm saying this thing took forever. I can't even put into words of how long this project took, because I honestly lost count of the amount of hours I put into it. So essentially, I built a giant battery bank because I know I'm gonna be producing a lot more power, and I know I'm gonna need to store that power because I'm already kind of like worried about going over the amount that I. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. So yeah, this is over there's the beauty. So I built a giant platform for those of you who don't know at the start of my like little series or whatever. So this is Satisfactory. It's like a factory building. So for those of you who don't know, at the start of my playthrough, I built a giant platform that was 65 like foundations by 65. And so yeah, I took the time and battery backup for our power. So yeah, let me get the net real number here. So yeah, we got 162,500, and that's not even all. The only thing not connecting them are these two right here. So when I connect these, we will have a battery bank that can support 400 and what was it, 422,500 power, which I did the math is going to take like 90 real life hours to even charge all of these batteries if I wanted them fully charged. So if we click into it, I really don't think there's anything else to do besides charging them. Granted, I I wish this would have been a lot faster. I'm not gonna lie. This took a very, very long period. Considering I disappeared for literally like almost a week from streaming. That was it. I can promise I wasn't working on it the whole week, but so yeah, I think we're gonna keep pretty close to this. Yeah, there we go. And so we're gonna start running power poles where we can. However, to get power here. I'm thinking maybe cutting through might be the best bet. I need to make something to upload rods to one of the depots, dimensional depots. We do kind of have to manually carry them around constantly. It's a bit of a bummer. But I mean, we've literally done so much. It's unbelievable. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have the ability to finish. I'm not completely finished, but almost completely finished phase 3 right now. The only thing I don't have set up is a factory that produces the computers. I think computers is what I'm missing. And they didn't look super complex, so. Don't worry, man. I got you. Alright, I think we're gonna set it up right here. Hey, do you remember me messaging you the other day? Telling you about the battery thing that I built? Or was it going to build? Well, it's done. And yeah, I'm honestly out of words because I spent so long. I'm not even kidding. I think I disassociated during this building process. I'm gonna be so real. Right here is 4,225 batteries. Each platform has a battery on it, so yeah, we man. So essentially, look, or so like, I'm trying to think of how to describe it. Let me go over to my power pole real quick. You have like fluctuations, and as you go through the game, you have machines that will fluctuate in power, like draw. So for example, like right here, see, I think I'm over my capacity. So like I'm producing too little fuel or too little power. This is what I'm consuming right now. So if all my machines went offline, this is the amount of power it would take to start them all back up. This is the amount of power I'm producing. So I'm like 1,000 under. So like it kind of fluctuates. Essentially, so if I need to work on my power grid or anything like that, I can just delete all my generators and the battery backup system will just automatically take over and support the power grid. If it's fully charged, I did the math, it should support my power grid for 53, almost 53 hours in real life time. So if I was doing a project that was like, okay, I kind of gotta like wait around, I'd be able to have everything offline for a while. So yeah, it's slowly charging. It's gonna take a bit, obviously. I mean, that's kind of makes sense. God, I can't believe it's done though. It's nah, it won't fry my PC. Just Sure not gonna like it, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close off the little platform thing that I made for connecting the two parts. But essentially what I ran into is this is going to be the train station. But the issue that I found or researched about the trains is that if they go up really high, they struggle with the carts. So like the more carts they're carrying, if they have to go up more blocks, it's an issue. And they can't like support it. So therefore, I was just like, okay, well, I could build something on the first floor that could raise it up a bit, just enough, you know, to get the job done. And well, that's what I did. So essentially I'll just glass over this whole thing. And we should be good. And for those of you who are thinking this is an excess amount of batteries, it absolutely is. Very few people actually need this quantity of batteries. But I'm not gonna act like I'm a person that's overdone it before, because I'm not. You know, you say no one needs that amount, Liquor. I got curious. I got really curious. I'm like, what's the max amount that people have made? And there's people that have millions. I'm like, that's crazy. I indeed did make a battery floor. There are 4,225 batteries placed down. I know because I did the math on the platform. It was a perfect 65 by 65 platform. So yeah, this is it's, I don't know whether I should be happy or sad or proud. I'm not really anything. I should probably be more disgusted than anything. As long as this took me. Because I got this done within like... You have part of your map covered in batteries. I'm telling you. I feel like you got it. That's how you gotta do it. This is my first time ever like going over the top with the batteries though. I don't think I would ever repeat this kind of setup because looking at it is very nauseating, because every area that you look at looks exactly the same. Because I actually started on the outside and worked my way into the middle, and it was very it's not a good experience for me. But yeah, this is it's overkill. I mean, there's no I have no other words as to what to say to it, because it's overkill. At least you didn't play 4s with 6 with a raise. Yeah, I figure that's one of those things that you'll have to get used to. I don't know if I could ever go onto 4s or a racing game and play it with a steering wheel. Like, I'm just so spoiled to... Alright, I'm just gonna enclose this, honestly. I wish there was a clear pane. Yes, yes indeed. I should have put the number of batteries. It's 4,225 batteries. I need them. Actually, let me correct myself. I didn't need them. I felt like it was wasteful to raise up where my train station's gonna be and not have something on the first floor. Yeah, put a sign. Yeah, I don't know. It felt like I was gonna be like wasting space if I just like raised up the platform. Because that was actually my first thought in my mind was, okay, I'll just raise the platform up to where I can have my trains come through here still. But then I'm like, okay, well, it's a very low elevation compared to the rest of the terrain around here. I'm like, there's gotta be something I can use to raise them up a bit. I'll be honest, I don't think I'll ever do another floor like this. This sucked. It was not a fun process. Granted, I got it done in an incredible amount of time. It took me, God, what was it? I would say like 2 days, 2 days roughly. I remember, yeah, I think I like hard pressed through on it to get majority of the way done, and then like woke up, or yeah, I don't think I even slept one night, and I'm like, I literally the next night I slept like 12 hours straight. I was just dead. There was just no signs of life. Let's see. God, I forgot how long it took to place down the foundations the first time. Isn't this exciting, everyone? Isn't everyone having fun watching me place platforms down? I wish things would build faster. That's the big holdup. I'm hesitant to start placing more in fear that I'm gonna mess it up. Who knows? Maybe I should do another battery floor. Just do like multiple battery floors stacked on top of each other. God, I couldn't imagine it. Now, if I was playing this with multiple people, it wouldn't be that bad. I genuinely think it would be a pretty easy process to get done. Doing it solo sucks. I wish I would have called in reinforcements. I didn't really have machines that could produce the amount of materials I needed at the time. Because I did the math, and guys, I can't even make this up. Here, let me edit my to-do list. So for example, I went 4,225. Right. This is how many resources I used. So I used over 400,000 wire. Oh, oh my god. Looking at it makes me nauseous to know that's... I had points where I was like, I couldn't do anything because I had to give my machines time to actually catch up on the amount I was using. So essentially, I mean, if I went a second layer, I could almost reach 1,000,000. That's kind of what I don't. That's not a goal. I'm not saying that's like that's a goal of mine. I have no intention. I mean, don't get me wrong. It'd be really cool. I just don't think it's gonna be in the cards for me. I think this first floor may have scared me away from. Oh yeah, that actually might be faster. God, what am I doing with my life? stuff's already starting to run out of storages. Yikes. I figure this is the more efficient way to go about it, though. As much as I hate doing it, I know the noise is annoying and repetitive. I hate to say it, I'm pretty much tone deaf at this point. I don't know if I can actually hear the building noise anymore. Don't even seem to be able to drift. All right. Hopefully that helped. Oh, it helped a bit, but I'm gonna be honest, not nearly as much as I was hoping. I don't know. We still got a decent portion done. This may be one of those situations I have to like progressively build until I run out of resources, come back, and then just slowly start working on it, letting my resources accumulate more, because I'm not producing enough to keep building like I am. Yeah, I may do that. I may grab the stuff for a sign and do kind of like a sign on the front of the. I like the idea of a sign though. I feel like we've made it really far with everything though. I don't know where the middle would even be at, I'll be honest. How are we doing on this? Oh my god. It does really good. So it's gonna take like what? Is it in hours? Is that 100 hours? Yeah, I'm thinking it is. Yikes. That's not good. I don't like that. Those I wish those were in-game hours, but I know they're not. Satisfactory's already like passing to be like one of my most played. Like it's catching up to my most played game, which is Terraria, like really fast. Of course, this project helped that jump a lot. So for anyone in my streams, would it help if I just muted the game audio for this part? I mean, you guys can be completely honest. I would completely get if you would listen to the build noise. All right, cool. We're just kind of working our way down the line. I don't know what to do after this. So much of my time has been dedicated to this. Okay, cool. Just making sure they're facing the right way. I would be devastated if I found out halfway through I started placing these like a weird orientation. All right, we'll just kind of do it like this since we're running out of resources. I mean, it's replenishing pretty quick, but I mean, look, we still have This is still a really long, long way to go. It's the being able to walk and actually see clouds form over some of the machine, like some of the batteries. I say machines like there's any other machine but batteries in this whole place. I don't know the last time I actually built a machine was. Okay, so the idea was I'm going to have a train station, right? But from my knowledge of trains, which does not exist because I've never used trains before, they have an issue if they have a lot of carts on them with like dipping down elevations. So essentially, I was just like, okay, well, I have a bunch of wasted space if I just raise this platform up. I'm like, I could put batteries all on the first floor. Actually, the first pitch was I could put batteries on the first and second floor. I don't think I'm gonna have a second floor. I think I'd rather at this point just... Oh yeah. Yep, the battery farm. The battery farm is just, it's so much. It's gonna take I think the pitch was like 100 hours. Let's see if it's still at that. It was 100 hours when I looked at, yeah, 106 hours. But look at that storage. 422,000 is just insane. I'm proud and disgusted of myself. I'm not. I feel like I have to like put that out there because like it's a problem. And to have a, I don't know, I really wanted a project that was really gonna push my limits for the game to see if I was gonna burn out. Don't. So so essentially the goal, what I'll probably end up doing, is I will probably put these batteries on a priority switch. That way I can control it from anywhere. That way, because you're right, it would be really weird to have, but essentially this will like this should hopefully solve all my storage, my power issues till late game, if not till the end of the game. But essentially I built this because I thought I have enough room. I got nothing, I ain't got anything going on. And I was just like, yeah, this might be forever. Yeah, I'm thinking it is. Yeah, I really like the switches. I would suggest priority switches. I've used the normal switches, but you have to run over to like, if I place the switch over there, I'd have to manually run over here when I went to activate. But I believe there's a switch that you can activate it from. Yeah, I can power all data centers in the world now. Yeah, like I said, I got this done in 2 days of working on it. If it makes you feel any better, when I played with a friend for the first time, we got to the power switches, never used them. Of course, we stopped like really early game, but like we just never really found a use for them. or never set up our factories for them. Yeah, like I said, I got this done in 2 days, so I was pretty happy with my time frame. Granted, I put in some crazy hours. God, I sound like an insane person when I say this. I literally had a timer on my phone, right? That would go off. Yes, of course. Of course I don't have like the late game, but I have 4x5 blueprints. So therefore it helped a lot. I didn't use blueprints on like a little bit of this area, but then I remembered that I have the ability to use blueprints, so I'm like, I might as well use them. There's like no point not using them. If I got the resources, I might as well. But yeah, I don't know, it was one of those things where I'm like, this was one of those projects that I really wanted to test how much Satisfactory I could handle. If you build a battery farm, you will have to definitely let me know how it goes. I work a factory job called my second shift at the Satisfactory. Yeah. At least this one surely is more enjoyable. I don't know, it depends on what factory you work at, honestly. Yeah, I'll be honest, did not really think much about it. It was the waiting for me. The waiting for the blue, like, cause I ran out of resources like insanely fast. So I had to wait for literally the modular frames to get done, the wire to get done. Actually, it reached a point I got so tired of waiting, I unhooked part of my heavy modular frame factory, ran the resources from it into dimensional depots, just so I would have more being pumped into the dimensional depot, so I could get it done faster. God, I still can't believe it's... I'm gonna be honest, I think I could get through phase 3 relatively easy. I actually did a part of phase 3. Kind of unintentional, but I ended up like setting up the stuff like next to each other. When I need a part, I kind of build the machines next to each other. So therefore, I didn't realize I had all the resources right next to what I needed for like the modular engines. Which, being honest, pretty cheap. Yeah, hopefully once this is done, it kind of... God, being over here kind of... It's actually lagging my game being over here. I may have to look into like a optimizer or something like that, because it's lagging really bad. Hopefully it doesn't come to that point, but I have my save file, so comes down to it, I can just find a website that optimizes it a bit. Come on. Okay, cool. Yeah, I want to showcase this real quick. This is what it looks like on my map, my like game map. This is what everything looks like. Of course, this is granted, this is outdated because it's not, these aren't actively being charged. This was the section that I plugged into each other. But yeah, this is a lot. I'm worried I'm gonna reach the point where my game's not gonna handle me being on anymore. And I really, I know I sound like over dramatic saying that, but like, to me it might actually be a serious concern, because this isn't all that I'm building in this area. This is like scratching the surface. Yeah, I'm gonna have to note to self, definitely put glass over the batteries when I do the blueprints. This isn't as bad as placing the batteries though, so I'll take a win where I can get it. No, well, now everyone knows what happens when I disappear for like almost a entire week. Nothing good. Nothing good happens. That's nah. It's fine. The best part is this is the original pitch for this was just to I didn't realize how many batteries I would be talking about when I started this project. I didn't realize the amount until I got really into the project. So the idea was just to raise this platform up a bit so that I could have my trains come through here and kind of drop off resources. And yeah, I was just like, oh, well, I'll just build some batteries and raise up the platform a bit, and everything will work fine. It'll be great. And then I found myself in the middle of the project wanting to back out of the project, but I'm like, if I just keep pushing through, eventually it'll get done. Oh yeah, I want it to be known, these batteries on the to-do list, that's just the amount of batteries I have. That's how many are in this facility. I'm not adding more batteries. And in fact, that's like the I knew I would hate myself if I stopped, because I haven't had my like first real challenge in the game yet. I'm like, if I stop now, I'm letting the game win. I'm like, I can't do it. I gotta finish this project. And I'm happy that it's done. Like, I'm thrilled. If chances of it getting used are very slim, obviously. It's granted, if I keep my power production at where it's at right now, and like if my power grid went down and I had to destroy all my stuff, if all these were charged, I would be able to support my power grid for 52 hours. 52 or 53. I think it's more closer to 53. You joined into batteries and a lot of lag. My god, the lag is so bad. Should I be like quick saving every, or like saving every so often just so my game doesn't crash? Actually, you know what I may do? I may host it as a I may try to figure out a way to, I've heard hosting as like a private, like dedicated server, whatever, helps with the lag and stuff for the performance. That no. My grid's still producing. It's just like if I delete every single generator that I own, and all these batteries were full, it would be able to support my power grid for the 50 something 53 hours. You feel bad for the amount of copper. Well, if you look at my to-do list, that's exactly how many batteries are placed and exactly how much copper wire I used. So if you want to feel bad for the copper, I felt bad for my factories because they were not prepared in the slightest. Where's your 107 refinery self-feeding plastic and rubber setup for 1 bill? That's a big Duracell ad. Indeed it is. An ad so big that it honestly might kill my computer at any moment. I gotta stop looking around. Every time I look around in game, the lag spikes. Which I don't... I'm gonna have to look up methods to stop this lag. I don't actually own that many refineries. I found that really fast. I didn't really care for the refinery situation. Granted, I know I like have to use them, but it still sucks. They're like a process lag stops when you leave the area. Yeah. yeah, pretty much. I need to get this done so I can leave the area. What's up? I love how many people are joining just to see this. This is sad. I don't even know what I question why I did this every second of my life. Recycled rubber and the opposite, so they feed each other and makes excess. Oh, interesting. That's kind of crazy. Yo, you say that, but yet I feel like this would be something that they would absolutely approve of. This seems kind of like on brand for them almost. So I mean, you can call. It ain't gonna do much. Yeah, true. They would much rather me just have poured all this stuff into the sink. It would have been a lot of stuff too. I've done some sink stuff, but I would definitely want to get to the point where I'm producing so much that I'm like comfortable kind of leaving. Oh, what's up, Vinland? I definitely want to get to the point where I'm comfortable like leaving bigger factories or like later game factories so that they're automatically going into the sink. Like I know oh, so what happened? Batteries happened. Because I thought I'll be honest, I wanted to raise my platform. You know, the 65 by 65 platform I think you were here to see me make. I need to raise it because I'm like, okay, you know, I should probably like, what's up, Game Zone? Welcome back. Aren't you using a blueprint? That's a good question. When I built this, I should have added the glass to the blueprint. I rarely carry this stuff to build a blueprint machine. That's what I found out that I run into. Oh, you always have a... What's going on, Game? Yeah, I don't have... I only have like a... Yeah, I've this many blueprints made. I should probably get rid of this one, honestly. This is the one that I end up using the most. Everything I've pretty much built by hand. And I know I know that sounds really bad because it is very, it's not good. I know that it sounds bad. It really does. It's just there's just something so satisfying about actually building stuff by hand to me. But I think obviously when I get into the thousands, that's a ridiculous number. I feel like that's like a obvious I should have known better kind of situation. You know, there was a point in time where I saw something that was just like I brought all the resources or I brought all the iron from the map of Satisfactory into one factory, and I'm like, that's crazy. I need to do that. And looking back, I'm like, oh man, I'm so thankful I did not do anything like that. Where they went like to every single node and just conveyor belted it all. God, I don't know if I could deal. I don't know if I could deal with not being able to click and drag. So I own the game in early access. I did not play. I played like, I'll be honest, I played probably 40 minutes. Oh my god. Oh my. I have not. I've heard so much about it though. When we'll go to next energy. I'm hoping very soon. I think nuclear is next after this phase, I think. So once we, soon. It's very soon. I'm ready for the jump. I say that, but yet I feel like I'm not going to be actually ready for the jump. Almost 3k in Factorio. Jeez. Yes, 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 it is. Game Zone is. It is lag. There's so many batteries placed down that it actually lags my game. Jeez. Almost your whole. That's insane. I've been looking at Factorio, and I think the biggest worry is that I'm so used to first person that I worry that I'm gonna struggle a lot with the perspective change. Yeah, essentially Game Zone, there's like, yeah, there's literally 4,000 batteries in that battery house. That's that's all I can say at this point. There's 4,000 batteries in that house. So yeah. So I've placed 4,225 batteries in that house, and then sealed it, and then roofed it. Do I need that much? I mean, does anyone really need that much? No, I don't. I absolutely do not. Where's my big power poles? I can't remember why I didn't use big power poles through here. I had some rhyme or reason. I use them over there. I don't know why I stopped using them. It may, maybe I was working on steel production. That may have been, I might have been in the process of like messing around with my steel production, so I wasn't making any steel at the time. Oh yeah, I forgot. We can also I have an area that I want to take out on. Oh no. Okay, we're just gonna ignore that guy. He's gonna throw a rock at us. You need that much. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna fly up here. We're gonna swap to this, and we're gonna get rid of some of these trees, and we might as well just use like the scanner and big power poles to get all the summer sloops. Yeah, the hard drives are the only thing that I'm missing. Obviously, I haven't got all the summer sloops in the game. I mean, that's... But I did go through and I got the achievement for oh, I can't remember what the achievement is. It's collecting 50 summer sloops. Collecting 50 summer sloops, 150 Mercer spheres. Yeah, I think that was the achievement. I'm still ways away on the hard drives. I honestly just started. Most of them that I haven't got is a power related issue. Yeah, the lag's not good. My computer's hating this. Okay, it's a bit better over here. Now that I'm not standing next to the giant. Oh god, it's still lagging. You go right ahead. I got plenty to spare. So yeah, it's great that those achievements are cross save. Yeah, that actually is nice. God, I couldn't imagine doing it on every single save. Oh god, it's anytime I look in that direction, it starts to lag, and I really don't know what to do about it. All right, I don't. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's a way for me to optimize a little bit. Maybe not have that many batteries placed. That might be a good optimization start. Let me click over here real quick. I feel like I've heard of a. Okay, cool. So, oh, what made me think that that's a good number? So I built that platform like a while back. It was already pre-built. And so when I took down the measurements for it, I realized I was going to build a train station there. I'm like, man, this isn't good. It's very low to the ground. And so I'm like, okay, I'm looking for something to like raise up the platform. So I thought I could just fill the void with something. And batteries was my first thought because I'm like, okay, cool. That'd be nice to be able to just have some reserves. And well, I have some reserves, a lot of reserves. So there actually is a website that can. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Oop. I think there's a website. I'll have to look into it a bit. Yeah, same. I feel like there's a website to optimize Satisfactory saves, or at least I keep hearing about it. Granted, I don't know if that's a real thing or not. I could just be. I feel like I've heard about it in a short or something. God, the lag's actually getting to me. I've never felt like I gone too far in a game, and I feel like I've gone like way too far. Like I'm not happy about it. Actually, let me correct myself. I'm happy. I'm very happy with how it turned out because it looks great. But honestly, I should probably just sync these. Yeah, I think that might be what I do. Does it take them? I got stuff for a sync. Yeah, I do. Okay, I'll just kind of throw it here. Oh, oh God! Looking in that direction. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Oh, it's so bad. Oh my God. I can barely like. Yeah, before I hook it up, I'm gonna do a smart splitter. Oh, Jesus. No, 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 no. The lag ain't that bad. I say as I'm actively like, it's not good. It's not. See, it picks up really good in some spots, but other spots it starts like freaking out. All right, do I have the stuff for a smart splitter? I think that's like the biggest thing that takes is just one of those. Yeah, cool. I can assure everyone I will look into options of how to like fix my issue a bit more in depth. Oh, that's right. I forgot I had to nudge. Or like partially nudge it. Okay, so right output overflow is any. And we just hook this baby up to. No, they did not. Which means I probably went way too far with it. I should have taken it as a joke and I didn't, and that should have been the end of it. I made a post on TikTok saying that I was gonna build a 400,000 battery bank or battery storage thing. And I'm like, if there's one thing I'm not gonna do, it's lie to everyone. So I'm like, I'm throwing this thing together. I gotta lock in. Against all that I know that's good. I gotta get my crap together. And so that's how we end up here. I think what makes that one the worst lag wise is it's right next to my heavy modular frame factory as well. So not only the mod is called perf. Can I add mods to a already like a so like if my world's already going, can I add mods and not have like, you know, a huge issue? Yeah, I mean that makes sense. That might be that may actually be the play. I may just mod it, and I mean at this point, if I can't find the website that I was talking about, it kind of seems like I'm gonna be left with no choice but to look down that route. I mean, look how unplayable this is. I'm catching 13 frames a second. I don't know what the game normally runs at. I know it's like 60 something usually. Where's our dog at? Actually, I wouldn't think it would be my PC. Granted, I'm not on like a AM5 or AM5 or anything like that, so I'm not like on the brand new CPUs, but I mean, I have like 64 gigabytes of RAM, and my graphics card's up like pretty new. Yeah, I'm on AM4. Granted, my CPU is a bit older, so could. That's a really good question. I'm not actually sure. If it's off of here, give me a second, everyone. I'm sure there's some lore.
Whoa, Captain Keys, you're floating.
Yeah, yeah. I'm checking into that right now. Okay, storage. Okay, well, that wasn't really what I was hoping for. It's off of SSD. Yeah, so games on my CPU that I'm going at is like a 5600X. So I think it's like the supposed to be faster than. It's definitely older. I'm not denying that. It's literally the oldest part of my computer. I was at the point of like fence riding. It's like, do I just go into the next AM5 or I have a 5070 Ti, so like the 57 it should be graphics card wise. That is the biggest bump that I have. This is actually the only game that my PC's ever actually never mind. This right now is the only time I've ever experienced anything to do with relation to lag or anything. Everything's always ran perfect. I've never had like a variation of it. I'm really thinking it probably is. Which sucks. It really does, but I mean there's not much I can. Yeah, there's a severe bottlenecking. Well, I was getting ready to move to AM5, and essentially that's when like the RAM stuff hit. So like it's like, okay, all my budget would have to go to RAM. All my like, oh no wonder everything's here. We're just gonna, okay, no, we're not doing ultra. Maybe medium. Okay, it's taking a bit. Okay, I will give it a second. Catch up. Yeah, I'm still actually experiencing that lag. Try high. So it's really weird to me because it's not like it's happening all over. Okay, maybe cranking this to like 120 maybe. Yeah, I could even go like 60. Yeah, essentially the reason I got that card was I my old GPU was pretty much toast. Okay, hopefully. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, so it's directional. That's okay. So it's actually it's yes, I am. So yeah, see, because like if I face a certain direction, there's no lag whatsoever. If I face that direction, that's where all the lag goes. Because I actually have the FPS counter in my corner, so it goes like from 60 frames solid without really any issue to 14. Am I even facing the direction of? Kinda, not really. I mean, it's so weird. It's really weird. I'm actually not really sure what yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'll turn this building off to see if this helps, but I don't know. Still a bit of lag. Yeah, I'm still actually getting Yeah, I'm honestly kind of stomped. I'll be completely honest with everyone. The lag's still just there. I refinery super tower once. I couldn't go to that side of the map anymore. Jeez. Here, maybe the solution is let's travel to our factory over. Okay, granted, this is gonna be really laggy. I apologize because I may have to end up looking in that direction. We're gonna travel. Okay. Yeah, so most of these are in standby anyway. So yeah, it's across the map. So like I built all the way over here. And every time I look in that direction, I get lag like all the way across. That is concerning. My thing is if it was going to lag, why didn't it lag when I placed all the batteries down? I mean, I could clearly move around all the batteries without any issue. I didn't experience anything. It's just when I like started to charge the batteries, that's when it like freaked out. Actually, no, it wasn't even then. It was placing the glass on the roof of them. I'll be honest, that kind of has me stumped. I'll dig through settings again, see if there's something that I missed. Yeah, fair enough. Here. Let me get. I'm sure there's some lore.
Whoa, Captain Keys, you're floating.
I want to kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
Dude's levitating.
He's off to a.
Oh my god. Okay, wowza. So, granted, obviously my CPU is like. Yeah, it did. Oh crap.
Oh shit.
Nothing's in concerning range. My CPU's, the max that my CPU's reached is 80%. Memory memory for Satisfactory is at 8 gigabytes of RAM. Let's see about my GPU. How's my GPU doing?
Throw the beer at it.
7 of the 16 dedicated
Salute the course. Oh.
I thought you died. You did.
Yeah, true. My bad.
I thought he fucking
Good, that's a
popped.
good idea. Let me. All right.
Bitch. Live.
Made it.
No
Okay.
Where are all these landmines coming from?
Yeah, I'll just go back to. Okay. Yeah, I'll be honest. Granted, my everything looks a bit high. I mean, really, it's really. I mean, obviously, my CPU's like tanking a lot of the blow, but I mean, GPU wise, I mean, I'm not really. I don't see it doing anything out of the ordinary. CPU. Huh? Actually don't know what the conveyor belt thing is. Conveyor belt. Conveyor render distance. Maybe medium. Cap it to 30. I'll just do the drop down. I appreciate everyone being patient and everything. It's really odd. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh. There's a Reddit page about battery lag hierarchy. For occlusion. Okay, cool. I just gotta click and hope it changes. Fair enough. Oh, right arrow, okay. Oh, it's set to that automatically. That's insane. Yeah, I'll just switch this back to 60. Let's do with unlimited. Yeah. Yeah, we're still on that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the be right back screen and I'm gonna try what was suggested real quick, just in case everything crashes. We're gonna save. Then the 60 cap for FPS too. Yeah, actually, let's try that before. I would really love to avoid doing anything that might be like, oh, I might have to Yeah, still just nothing. All right. I'll save. And then I'll go change that setting real quick. I'm sure there's some. It's dying. It
Whoa,
is.
Captain Keys, you're
It
floating.
hates this.
Yeah.
Okay, video.
It's off to a
Oh, so that was like. Oh shit. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, the game just crashed. Oh. Oh crap.
Oh shit.
Okay, here. Just... Alright, we're just gonna casually restart.
How about that one, Chief? Get it?
I turned on that setting, so to be expected. I kind of knew it was kind of gonna be a hit or miss type thing.
No.
We're just gonna casually
You got
reopen the
beer?
game.
Throw the beer at it?
Yikes! I did not prepare for that.
Oh,
I thought you died. You did.
Hopefully now
I
that's
thought you
set,
died.
it should be
I
fine.
thought he fucking popped. I was like, oh.
Bitch.
Assuming that's still set to on, right? Here. I'm just praying at this point.
No way. How the? Where are all these landmines coming from?
Okay, I think we might be good. It was that setting that you suggested, Game Zone, I think. Actually, I figured it was a cumulative of everything, but I think that was the one that really, because now I have no lag whatsoever now. So it was just a setting with the. I'm telling you, thank God for Reddit and people just finding out this stuff. And so Game Zone chat suggested that someone on Reddit said that they had this off and they suggested to turn it on, and it like changed everything. I turned it on, which made my game crash, but when I went back into my world, it was still set to on, and now I have no lag. So don't know what that means. Cool. I'll take it. It was set that. I literally don't even know. I don't know what it does really. I'll be honest, but if it's fixed, yeah, I mean that's fine. It pretty much restarted on its own. So the game crashing pretty much made restarts. So yeah, we're good on that. It feels so nice to be able to like walk around. The better question, actually, the ultimate question: what happens when I go back over there? Do I get the lag back, or is it just like completely fixed now? Come on, there we go. I mean, it's running so smooth. I would argue actually smoother than normally playing the game. Like I said, I did the battery thing more to prove. Not really prove anything, but kind of. I didn't want to directly make a statement on. Yeah, the two Bengals. Yeah, two Bengals not great. Very questionable. Yeah, I mean everything. I mean everything looks like it, like there's like no lag. Like I said, I'll be honest, I mainly did this because I hate making posts. Hmm? Whether that setting was off before. Yeah, it's set to off for default, I think. Which is odd. Yeah. Essentially this was just like I made a post saying that I would be looking at doing something for like 400,000 megawatts of power storage or whatever on TikTok. I'm like I hate to like Be that person that's like, oh yeah, you got baited in here. Because I was like, okay, if I make a post, I want to stick through to it. We're at 1% charge. Jeez, that's not good. I don't know. It's gonna take time. A lot of time. I could be at the point in the game where I'm like thinking of stopping playing or like wrapping up playing on my world, and this battery could still like actively be being charged and never just never make it to that point. Of course, there's stutters here and there, but I mean that's not really uncommon. But other than that, it's really smooth. Thank God for some random redder out there that has saved me. Because I'm not gonna lie, I never want to show that I'm actually stressed on stream, but like I was kind of worrying there for a minute that I'm like, hey, I appreciate all your help, Game Zone, and everything. Good luck with studying. Yeah, I never want to show that I'm stressed on stream, but I'll be honest, that was a stressful moment. I'm like, oh god, is my game like cooked to the point where I'm not gonna be able to play it? I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone helping. It was could not have figured that one out on my own, that's for sure. I would just kept jacking with the FPS, thinking it was like an FPS thing. Yeah, thanks, Score. I'm just happy the battery project's over with. I feel like I can retire that part of my life. the part of my life that involves countless hours in replacing batteries. My life has the last 2 days pretty much has consisted of place battery, wait for resources to get done, place another battery, wait for wait for resources to get refilled. That's the thing, I have the resources for everything. The biggest thing that I don't have is the upload speed. All my dimensional depots are max. Like they can't get any faster or store anymore. So it's just waiting for them to get loaded with the 2000 something wire that they hold. Because each of my blueprints called for 2000 wire. So therefore it's like, man, that's a lot of wire. I'll go back to my main base and I think I'll look up recipe for the adaptive control units. I want to see what it takes to make those, just so I kind of know, so I can mentally prepare myself. I don't think it's that bad. I know I'm gonna need a computer factory, which I should probably be starting on instead. That's probably what I should do first, so I don't have to make computers every time I need something. That'd be really nice. A really big change of pace. All right. Adaptive control units. That's right. I don't think the automated wiring is going to be bad. Circuit boards, easy. All day long. Got them. Computers. Yeah, okay, so this is why I was talking about the computer factory. So I'll probably end up going this route because I have a factory for these things, so, and these are pretty cheap to make. So therefore I think it makes more sense to just do it that way. Cut out a lot of the unnecessary part. Yeah, I kind of like it. Like it a lot. So okay, so if I do a computer factory and everything, that, yeah, I mean, other than that, I should have everything for adaptive control unit. I can throw together a makeshift factory for automated wiring. I'm trying to think how many I really need, honestly. Because I really don't think I need that many. It's 5 per, right? Yeah, 5 per. So what? I need 500 of them. And that's really not a lot. I'm sure they're used later game. I always end up making full circle around to some of the stuff that I don't have already crafted. But yeah. I'll be honest. I I didn't expect to go through all that today with the batteries. But the battery farm was the biggest thing that I wanted to get done. And finally like showcase. Because it's been a heck of a ride building it. I would do it again. I definitely think I would probably do it again. Not in this world though. Yeah, actually I think we're gonna launch back over there. I think I'm grab the stuff for a sign. Or billboard. I could do either. Oh, cool. Everything's actually already uploaded. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. I just started really utilizing the dimensional depots and big fan. So we're gonna go slap a sign on it. So I'm going to slap a sign on a building that I just finished. So I'm going to my battery bank essentially, and I'm gonna go slap a sign so I know like how many battery. I don't want to forget how much I've built on this factory because this is the biggest building project I've ever done. So therefore I'm gonna slap a sign on it. Teleporters are pretty dope. Yeah, I'm gonna go slap a sign on it so I know exactly how many resources, or not how many resources, but how many batteries there are. And yeah, the amount of batteries is what I want, and what else? I guess the amount produced, whatever, something like that. Let's make a. Do I want to do something just like outside? Yeah, we'll probably just do it on the building. I think it looked better on the building, to be honest. Okay, we'll do that later. No battery. Oh, what is it? It's power storage. It's a battery. Exactly what it is. They can call it whatever they want. It's a battery. All right. So we have 4,225 battery storage. What would the multiple be? Batteries? I guess. I don't. They call it battery storage in the game. I don't really get why they. I don't know why they call it battery storages. I guess, yeah, we'll just go with batteries. $400, 2,500 megawatts. All right. This took hours. No, I'm not even gonna say hours. It took 2 days. 2 days for me to build everything. Obviously not full days. There was like one good, like, solid day. And then a lot of regret in the second day. And yeah, so then we end up here. The best part, this whole thing, I have a lot of factories that run through here, like just in various spots. And so my idea was to have a train run through here, collect the resources and everything. Issue that I ran into is if you put multiple carts on a train, they struggle to climb. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just raise up the platform a bit, but I don't want wasted space. 120 hours to build 6 different battery storages across the map. Yeah, I tried to speedrun mine. I'm gonna be honest. Double or triple the choo-choos. They climb a lot. Really? I hate hearing that because that makes me question whether or not I even needed to do all this. Granted, I'm really happy I did. I definitely think it was a learning experience for me in the game. I'm not gonna act like this is a life-changing pivotal moment. It's not. It's very much not. But yeah, I mean, I learned so much while doing it, so and especially learning how to utilize blueprints, because I didn't use them at all beforehand. Oh, so these charge a lot different than I thought they would. Huh. I didn't realize they all charged at the same amount since they're on the same. I regret setting it up the way that I did now, but whatever. It's too late now. But yeah, that's pretty much a wrap on this place for now. Oof. God, I'm like speechless. I literally don't have words to describe how happy. I have so many mixed emotions about this ending, or that particular part ending, because I never thought it would. Because I essentially, like, I started working on it and then it like haunted me every time I tried to go to sleep the first night. And so I ended up just like staying up pretty much majority of the night, just hitting it really hard, working on it. And then second night, I worked on it a little bit, and then I was like, okay, you know, I'm tired. I'm like really exhausted. I actually set up to stream. I had full intentions of streaming last night, and I literally fell asleep with everything open that I would need to stream on my computer. I had like chat open, my OBS and everything set up. It was like I was like full ready to go live, and then it just passed out. Slept for like 12 hours. Good stuff. It's not healthy stuff, but it is productive, that's for sure. I'm gonna be dreaming about batteries when I go to sleep. Instead of counting sheep, I'm gonna be counting batteries. Cool, good. I'm just happy that everything's back to normal. Everything was lagging to the point where we actually had to, like, me and my chat help, like, looked up solutions, because every time I looked in the direction of the battery place, it lagged. It lagged down to 14 FPS. And I've literally never once got below 60. Actually, it fluctuates to like 57, 54 for like half a second, and then it's back to normal. Man, I need to come over here with some nobelisks. I have a lot of nobelisks, and I really gotta like take down this place. I want this place gone. I don't want any forests. While people are actively trying to save the world, I'm actively going to be the person actively like going out my way to destroy it, you know? If you want biofuel, I never thought about chopping them down. It would be a better alternative, in all honesty, because I would get the material, I would get the like resources from it. I'll be honest, I don't even know what the red part's called. The Hell Zone. That's what I refer to it as, the Hell Zone, because everything that you find in there or fight in there is just annoying as hell, or is just insane. I wish I could, I know it sounds stupid, I wish I could build a farm for some of this stuff though. Like for biomass and stuff. I'm sure there's a way to, I just don't know what it is. I also saw that there was a thing for like the mushrooms or the myceliate. Or the mycelia. And I'm like, how do I do that? Oh no, it's going too fast for me. He just left me. But yeah, we do have a few things left to research. Obviously can't research that. But yeah, we have the smart splitter. That's pretty much it. Other than that, that's like one of the only things that's kind of nothing. And these are like, I can research these, but I really don't, I'm not in a dire rush for the inventory slots. Okay. So you do have to have a biomass fuel factory. I was thinking you probably would. I actually had one at one point. That was, I built like a multi-story thing and built like a bunch of solid biofuel for it, but then I'm like, I moved away from it because I finally got coal power. I'm like, I'm never collecting leaves again. Not doing it. Can't pay me. And so essentially, yeah, I just took my excess and stored it, and I tried to make it go out of my way to like actively chainsaw stuff and trees and everything around me. They need like a dog finder. Because I do own a dog in the game, but I swear I can never find him at all. He's literally like always somewhere where he like randomly shouldn't be. Where is he? Usually he's like right here. Just is his head just smashed against my hypertube can. I gotta hunt down the dog so that once I get garbage, I can be like, complain about how bad the dog is and how I'm never getting another one. Now, if you were early game, dogs are like crazy with it. I really think dogs have like they're like a really good way to get ahead. Because that in the crash sites, I mean, in combo, I mean, I've got majority of my resources. I've managed to research almost the entire, almost the entirety of tier 6 using stuff that I've collected from my dog over like as time went on. So maybe there's something to that. Yeah, I actually don't know where the dog's at. Yeah, we're gonna swap this to concrete, I think. I do think concrete looks so much better. And then we're gonna place down a few more platforms. Just to kind of make it blend in a bit. Actually, I could just go and go as far as like even here. That way they don't look as bad. I mean, it's still looks pretty rough. But that way it's like everything's on a platform, you know, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not even trying to like prank or joke about how hard it is to find the dog. It's the dog's kind of an ongoing wanderer. Actually, while I'm here, I'm gonna redo some of these. I don't like the way that these are set up anymore. Oh god, that's terrible. I didn't realize that was, why is it even line up? There we go. I like that a bit better. It's a very unnecessary change that I am doing, but feels necessary to me. It's a peace of mind change. Yeah, see, I kind of like that. I kind of like it a lot better. Hmm. I wonder if I can like set it up like this. Okay, cool. And then I can do like a maybe like a splitter. Cool. A bit more compact, everything like that. I like it. It does feel very stupid to like actively worry about the little things like this, but I'll be honest, after what I've done over there, it's kind of nice to have something that I can like relax with. Stuff like this is very relaxing to me. I don't really, maybe it's the lack of brain power needed. I still very much believe in keeping things like somewhat decent, wanting this to look somewhat decent. So, ooh, that's what I can do. I can break this, place that there. Yeah, there we go. That looks nice. Essentially, I'm just beautifying the place. That's honestly what's going on. I'm tired of the project that I just got done with, so this is what's happening is me trying my absolute best to come up with something it's relaxing. See, I don't even like that. I want no, not that. Look how amazing that looks. I'm sorry. I have to. After building the battery thing, I'm kind of just burned out a bit. Just a tad. I'm not saying like I'm to the point where I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm done. I'm done playing this. Just a tad burned out. Okay, cool. This kind of serves as a buffer for everything. Actually, I'm gonna go down and place the excess pipes I have down in the thing. Instructors, that's what it is. That way they're actually being sent to the right place and everything. Oh yeah, I didn't think about the line getting backed up. Yeah, that's an issue. I don't know. I don't really need all of them. Let's delete them. I'm actively having more made. It's not like it's. Like, I can't afford it. I'm always like, oh, I can't afford to scrap those. I can afford it. I can definitely afford it. Actually, we're gonna delete this and this. Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, so this should be the factory for that. Okay, I'll grab these. Throw that way. Cool. Actually, I'm gonna wait till this completely unloads into this one so that I can get rid of this center thing and add another. I have these old storage containers that I really would like to move away from now. I'm like far enough. Okay, yeah, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take all, delete, place. Alright, I think. Yeah, they should be good. This is the factor that I hate the most. I really feel like I fell flat on this one. Actually, why did I divide these? Let me check. No, there was literally no reason for me to divide these up. Okay, I'll nudge this. Yeah, this whole little thing right here it's stopping as soon as I figure out a better way to do this balancing thing. It's gone. It's gotta go. But I think that is going to do it for me. I am going to do the honors of getting rid of every single thing that we had for power storage. It's gone. We went 0. Boom. we no longer have absolutely anything to worry about power storage wise. That project's done. It's still charging. It's gonna take forever. I mean, we already knew that. But yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. So I'm gonna save it, and we are going to call it there. Battery store done. Beautiful. All right, everyone. I'm going to be ending on TikTok and YouTube right now, and then I will be raiding out on Twitch. So I appreciate you all being here. If you like any part of it, please consider following or liking. And until next time, bye.